slight H sound in the middle. Tang, so not dang. Tangen. Okay, next we have a triangular shaped thing, and let's put some leaves on top with the stem. knows that it's okay to cry. It's interesting because tomato in Korean is tomato. 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 There are a lot of words in the Korean language that sort of has a direct pronunciation translation to Korean, but there are differences, and I just thought I would show you those differences. Our next item, I'll give you a hint, it does look a little difficult. It also appears in kimchi. Honestly, it's the main ingredient. I fixed up the top a little bit there, but it has some leaves. It is a leafy vegetable. And the bottom is actually colored white. And the top green. Can you guess what it is? Yes, it is cabbage. It is cabbage. Cabbage is the main ingredient in kimchi. It is basically what kimchi is, with just some sauces and some fermentation done, and it'll become kimchi. Now, cabbage in Korean is bechu. 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 Okay, great. Next, we have something triangular with a concave bottom. I feel like many of you would be able to guess it now. But if not, it's okay. Other clues are coming, like black seeds, black semi-hard seeds. It's red on top. Color. Drag. And on the bottom, it is green. If you were able chestnut, bum, chestnut. Next is another similar item, and oh gosh, looks like there are two people in our drawing here today. One of them is happy and the other is very happy, but it is, can you guess it? A peanut, yes. It is firstly the actual peanut, and I didn't know about peanuts having this outer shell for a very, very long time, which I'm embarrassed to admit, but there is a lighter outer shell, and then inside there are two nuts, and these two peanut buddies, I mean, they're essentially the same person, right? They're very happy to be side by side, and in Korean it's tangkong, tangkong, tang with that double D, and then kong, kong, tangkong, tangkong. Okay, great. We got some peanuts there, and this sort of is looking like a 3-peanutty cover, but it's not. It is something else that would remind you with being associated with 3 in this curvature manner. I wonder if you can guess it right now. It's okay if not. It looks like there are pod looking things inside this shell unit. Can you guess it? No. It's okay. If you did, shh, don't tell. Don't spoil it for others. Even though I have to say, I myself, I really love spoilers. But yes, these are 3 friends sort of stuck in the same place. The first guy's a bit irritated. I wonder why. Well, maybe we can look around, and the second guy looks really, really hyper. First guy's annoyed, but bottom guy's just sleeping. And they're green. Yes, they are 3 peas in a pod. But there are peas. Peas. plus tangkong, and peas is just kong. Well, for peanuts, the first word, tang, actually means the ground. So it sort of makes sense because peanuts come from inside the ground, or dirt, to be more precise. The second item that we have on this row, we're just gonna duplicate it, turn it around, and erase, 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 erase. While erasing, I wanted to get the perfectly shaped. Can you guess what it is? That guy, he looks a little bit upset. Oh, okay, that's why. I think his cap is about to fall on him because he is an egg. He's an hard-boiled egg, to be precise, but he is an egg, which in Korean is 계란, 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 계란. Okay. Meanwhile, we have another food group coming up, and I'll give you a hint. It's a fruit, and it also has yellow in it, just like the egg next to it. Well, although the egg seems like it sort of accepted its fate, this guy over here is more of an outpourer. Shows his emotions on his sleeve, and I think he's a little bit sad from being peeled. Did you guess it? It is a banana. Yes, a yellow banana. Half peeled, actually. And this is one of those words that, interestingly, are pronounced similarly. In Korean, banana is pronounced banana, 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 banana. So, we have the banana or banana right there. And next to it, we'll have someone a little bit more rounder and less tall. But, you know, it's still very, very happy with its life. It is also yellow, just like the banana. Oops, just like the banana. guess what it is? I think this is a little easier to guess than the pear. It is mushroom. Mushroom. The guy on the left is actually sticking his tongue out, sort of going what we Koreans say, medo. Medo. It's when you're trying to poke fun at someone or mock someone in a playful manner by sticking your tongue out and saying those words, medo. But the little dude on the right, he's just like, what are you doing, man? Get me out of here. But in Korean, mushroom is bosot. Bosot. Bo. 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 And the second word might be a little bit difficult. Sot. Sot. I hope that writing is accurate for you, or you would be able to understand the intention I was going for. Bosot. Okay. Now, the last item on this row seems like a carton of something. It seems like it holds something inside, perhaps a liquid. It seems like it's milk. It is milk. Do you guys drink milk? Or do you drink other plant-based alternatives like soy or oat? Or even rice milk? I've never really tried that, but I like oat milk. Not really almond milk though, because usually it's a little too sweet and has the vanilla flavoring. Okay, too much information. Milk in Korean is uyu. 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 They used to give milk to the elementary school kids every day in those small cartons to drink, and so when I was in Korea, when I was younger, I used to drink a lot of milk and really loved it actually. Next up we have a staple in the Korean family's pantry. This is rice. Yes, it's rice, and a lot of Koreans would be very, very sad if there was no rice on the table for a long time. I actually think a lot of them wouldn't survive. Rice is pop. 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 When you ask for food in Korea, you actually ask for pop, and it's sort of a synonym to the word food. I think that shows how important it is in Korean culture. Okay, the last drawing and word for today. It has a rounded top, a pointy bottom, and some nice leaves as well. Can you guess this fruit? It's also a little shy, but the name is just like its color. It's peach. It is a nice pink, juicy peach. I really love peach and peach flavored things. Those are my favorite. Do you guys like peach flavor too? But this peach Final product, guys. This is the final product of all the drawings and words we did. 당근, 딸기, 사과, 무, 토마토, 배추, 수박, 오이, 가지, 밤, 땅콩, 콩, 계란, 바나나, 레몬, 배, 버섯, 우유, 밥, 복숭아. Awesome. I hope that you were able to learn a few words today, and thank you so much for watching, guys, and please like and subscribe for more content